Good evening, everybody. This is Ron Pope, the CEO of the iGrow Network, and this is the Inner Circle webinar. I want to thank everybody for coming out and spending this time with us this evening. I want to talk to you real quick. I know we got some new folks on the webinar that may not be familiar with the iGrow Network and exactly what all we do here. So what is the iGrow Network? We're a social media marketing company. I'll explain what that is in just a moment. But we are also the exclusive marketing arm for the Leafit social network. And we're excited about that, guys. And I'm going to explain what the Leafit social network is and how that just expands the opportunity of the iGrow network to you guys. Let's start off talking about the market. Why did we choose to go into social media? And when we did our analysis in looking at the different markets, I have to say I've never seen companies grow as quickly in the last 19 years that I've been building companies. I've never seen them grow as quickly as what I see companies do when they're involved in the social media arena. Look at these companies here. These are ones I'm sure you're familiar with: Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter, Google+, and Facebook. Look at the number of users that they have. And then, I mean, that's an enormous amount of people. Facebook, 2004 is when they launched, and they've got over 1.23 billion users already. We got Google+, they launched in 2011. They have over 540 million users. I mean, that's just mind-boggling, incredible how quickly these companies are able to grow. And then let's take a look at how many pictures, content, things like that being posted to these networks every single day. You got Facebook here with 350 million pictures a day. They're not even the biggest one. You've got Snapchat at over 400 million. Then you've got Google+, again, launched in 2011. They have over 214 million pictures being uploaded every single day. So massive amounts of content. But, if that hasn't convinced you why we're in this market, let me show you some projections. As I just talked about, we're around 2 billion users in the market this year, but then it continues to expand until up here through 2017. That's as far as we went. Now, it's not just going to all of a sudden, fall off the side here, but 2.5 billion users are projected by the year 2017. So we're talking about a 550 million user increase in just the next 3 years. So is this a saturated market? No, absolutely not. Is this a market that has a lot of room for growth? Absolutely. Is there room for you in this market? Yes, as well. And so I'm excited to have you guys here. But the last thing I want to do is I want to equate this to actually dollars, because our business model plays off of the e-commerce commissions. And if you haven't seen our compensation structure, please go and watch a full opportunity webinar and really understand that compensation there, because it's life-changing for you guys. But the e-commerce money, what we're looking at in 2014 is 1.5 trillion. We're talking trillions of dollars now. If that's hard to fathom, get a piece of paper out and write that down. 1.505, but don't put the point in there. Actually put all the zeros behind it to make it 1.5 trillion. And then look at the growth here from 2015, 16, and 2017. It just continues on up, almost a full $1 trillion increase in the next 3 years. You just need a small piece of that to change your life. So, and again, it's not just going to fall off the side after 2017. This is a business. It's real. It's long-term. It's generational. It's something where you can plant your feet and develop a legacy for your family. Now, look at these icons on the page in front of you. I'm sure you guys are familiar with them. If you're like me, you may have some of these different social media sites open all day long, every day, doing your socializing, posting your content, things like that. But what I want to ask you about this are just a couple of questions to really, get you thinking here for a moment. Which of these social networks offered you a part of the revenue? I mean, have you ever thought about that? I mean, how many friends you have on there, and then equate that. I mean, Facebook alone makes over $20 million every single day just in advertising. Did they ever share that with you? What if they would have shared the wealth with you? How would that have changed your life today? Would you be driving a different car? Would you be taking more vacations? Living in a different home? Maybe you would have sent your kid to a different college. These are all actual reality things here. Revenues being generated from your social network. You're just not getting to share in it. But could you imagine if you could make $1 to $5 a month for everyone that you referred over? I mean, think about that. I know that there's folks on the webinar right now that have hundreds, if not thousands, of friends in their current social network, whether that be Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Google+, wherever it is that you socialize today. Look at how many friends you have. Now, I really want to take this to another level. How many of your friends have 100 friends, 200 friends, 1,000 friends, who each have hundreds of friends, thousands of friends? I mean, it really starts going. That's how companies get up to 540 million, 1.23 billion users in a very short amount of time, is through your guys' effort. You're just not getting to share in it. Do you think that if you would have been able to receive compensation monthly for the people that you referred to the social network, do you think you would have referred maybe a few more of your friends? Did you not make an effort necessarily to go out and tell everybody you know about it? Why would you? There's not a whole lot in there for you. If you would have been compensated for it, would you be more loyal to that particular network? I hear about people all the time that say, oh, this network over here just opened up, I'm going to run over there. Okay? Lack of loyalty in the industry. Last question I want to ask is, do you think a social network that offered its users all of those things I just asked you those questions to, do you think that particular social network would quickly gain popularity and become one of the largest social networks in history? All right, now we're talking about a short history here, I mean, not a long time. 2004 is when Facebook entered it. Before that was MySpace. So it's not an old industry, but it's definitely one that has proven itself. But of course it would. I mean, if you had a network that cared about its users and actually shared the revenue back, of course it would become very large very quickly. And now, guys, is your chance to share in the wealth. And we're doing this through one of our product lines called Leafit, and it's changing the social networking forever. Let me tell you a little bit about Leafit. Leafit is going to allow you guys to self-monetize the content that you're putting onto the social network. And here's what makes them unique, okay? They're actually the first social network that pays you when your content generates a sale. What they're doing that's different than anybody else out there is they're playing into the e-commerce side of things. All right, they're not sharing a pay-per-click or something like that. We're talking about actually snapping a picture, okay, being able to tag a product to it from one of over 20,000 different retailers worldwide. So let's say you snapped a picture and you see white Puma shoes in it, or white Nikes, whatever. That's what I thought of there at the moment. So I would type in white Nikes or white Puma, whatever, and it would search instantly through over 20,000 different retailers, millions of products, and it would pull up all these different results, and I would pick which one I like. So within seconds, I click on it. It does the search result. I choose the product I want, and then I hit post. That quick, I just posted a picture, tag product to it, and put it out onto the social network. I could even share that with Facebook and Twitter if I want, okay? But I just put it out there so everybody can see the content that I just posted, and if someone is interested in what I posted and they click on it and they like that product, they buy it, I get an e-commerce commission on that, all right? But the neat thing about it is not only do you get a commission on that, but potentially 9 people above you could also share in that one sale. So it's pretty incredible what can be done here. Now, the real key to all of this is that you could even join for free and still make money with this. And if you sign up somebody for free, you can still make overrides on their commissions as well. So we're sharing the revenue with everyone. It's a free install through the iTunes Store, currently iOS 7.0 and above enabled. Future developments that are being worked on right now is PC and Mac desktop versions, so anybody will be able to use it at that point. The Android version will come out behind that, and then we're working on a 2.0 version, which will make us a full-fledged social network. We'll have all the different features, all the chat rooms, all that type of stuff. And the cool thing about this, guys, is we do have a patent pending, so other companies won't just be able to pop up and compete in the e-commerce market with us on this exact business model. I know there's other companies that are coming up out there, but they've got little twists and turns, and we've analyzed them, and I got to say that hands down, ours is the most profitable to our users in the way that we've structured it. There's been a lot of time, a lot of energy, a lot of resources gone in to develop this, and absolutely the best business model I've seen in 19 years. Now, if you haven't downloaded the app already and you want to, okay, simply join the iGrow network through the normal process. Get your sponsor's username, go to the replicated page. Either join as a free affiliate or as a paid associate. Once you've joined the iGrow network, then click or log into the back office, I should say, with the device that you want to put the app onto. Click on Products, and then download the app directly to your device. Okay. Now, let me bring this all together for you just real quick here, because we're bringing multiple markets together. Obviously, we're using this social networking industry as the super highway that we want to drive down, because there's over 2 billion users in that, and it's up almost 1 billion users since 2011. So it's almost doubled in just the last 3 years here, and it's continuing to grow at astronomical rates. You got online advertising. Okay, we will be rolling that into our business model in the future, sharing back revenue on all the advertising and everything going on. But the reason I bring that out also, that I want to point this out here, is look at the amount of online advertising being done, $135 billion a year, and it's increased $17 billion just since 2012. What that means is the advertising companies, the different businesses out there, consumers, I mean, whoever it is, are looking at the traffic and the momentum swings, the paradigm shifts that are taking place, and realizing that they need to have a presence online. So that's where their marketing dollars start to drift to, which means you just need to simply get in front of that wave. How do you do that? Well, with the iGrow network, you can do it either as an affiliate or as an associate through the direct sales, okay, which is also a $167 billion a year industry. And if somebody's told you that network marketing is going away, it's increased $2 billion in the last 12 months. I don't think it's going away anytime soon. And then you have e-commerce, a $1.5 trillion a year industry, and it's up from $1 trillion in 2012. So a $500 billion increase in just the last 2 years, and that's the market that we're playing in. All right, we're talking about a $1.8 trillion market annually, guys. $1.8 trillion market combined, if we take all these and combine them, and it's growing every single day. That's why I got involved in this industry. That's why Leafit popped up. That's why the iGrow network came around, and that's why you guys are here. It's massive. It's incredible. Now, I want to encourage you guys to listen to our speakers here tonight, because one of the things that I always tell people when I'm mentoring them is amateurs recruit. This is not a recruiting company. This is a company about building relationships. And it's extremely important because of the fact that we do have a social network where people can just be users. They could be affiliate/users for free. And then we have the business side where they can get involved, they can pay to be involved, and really generate multiple generations of e-commerce sales, unilevel, matrix, check matches. I mean, insane amounts of money that they can generate over here with us. But you don't want to just send everybody to the business side. Okay, so as you're going through this and you're starting to pull out your list and you're thinking about how you want to market, make sure that you're operating as a professional, because professionals sort. All right, and what I mean by that is if you're looking at a list, let's say you got 100 people on the list, and you're going down through that, and you look at it and you go, well, this person here would love this opportunity. Great. Send them over to your igrownet.com/your username. Send them to that replicated website. Let them check out the opportunity. That's sorting. Then you go to the next name and you go, oh, this person here has never done any business with me. They would be completely turned off. They hate network marketing. You know, they would never do this. Great. Send them over to your leafit.com/your username and just let them go check out the social network and join for free. Any content they post that generates an e-commerce sales, you're still making a commission on them. Okay? So it's in every way, shape, and form, this is the perfect business model. But that's what I wanted to explain, is that amateurs recruit and professionals sort. Which one are you? Now, let's get into our speakers here tonight, because I want these ladies to be able to pour into you guys and talk about their experiences, what really excited them here about iGrow and Leafit, and what is it they saw? Why did they join, and what have they done since they came on board? First lady is going to be Kathy Lucas tonight, and I don't want to jump in and share her story for her. I want her to be able to do that. But look at this. She's personally referred 76 people to the company already. I have to say she's probably pretty excited about this opportunity. Kathy, are you with me?
Yes, I'm here.
Excellent. Kathy, I'm so excited to have you here tonight and to have you come over by way of referral. And your upline, I got to say, is just extremely excited to have you on their team, and we're excited to have you in the company. Kathy, I want to give you the floor and just let you, I'm sure you got something planned for tonight. I just want you to go ahead and just talk to the folks on the webinar.
Okay, well, I am so glad to be here and to be able to share. Like my bio says, I'm a single mother to 3 kids. I have twin daughters that are 17 and then their senior year of high school. My son, he'll be 12 next week, and I live here in Fayetteville, North Carolina. I'm originally from Richmond, Virginia. Off and on, I've been involved with network marketing and direct sales, the industry for 14 years. The past 14 years, been off and on, mostly off. But right now, I consider myself a beginner because I have now made the commitment to succeed. Back then, in those other businesses in the past years, I never was committed. But I have decided to commit myself and make this work and become successful with it. And so I've turned to use 5 steps to success that I use for life. You can use these steps for life and in business. I mean, you want to be successful in life, and that can carry over, of course, into business and other things. So so I'm going to go over 5 steps to success. Number 1, make the decision to stop being average. And that's one of the most important steps to success. You may know about setting goals, and I'm going to talk about that later, but many people overlook the importance of the step to stop being average. You need to make the decision once and for all to stop letting yourself be just another average person. This is the time to decide if you're really serious about being successful in anything you do, because this kind of success requires a mindset that is not like of those who are average. It requires the ability to think and act outside the box and be willing to make the changes necessary to reach your goals. So pull away from average thinking and start thinking like the successful do. Number 2, you need to realize your dreams. You know, one day when you have time, just take the time and close your eyes for a moment and take a deep breath and just let everything go. Just relax, push all your thoughts out of your mind, and then ask yourself a question and try to be honest with yourself when you answer. You know, ask yourself, if I could change anything in my life, what would it be? It could be anything, where you live, what you do for a living, anything. And after you've answered your question, paint a picture in your mind of what this change situation would look like. Think of the details, the sights, the smell, just anything. And now that you have this image down, write it down in a couple of paragraphs that describe what you've envisioned. And that's your dream. Now, when I say dream, I don't mean the dream, the one and only dream of your life. I mean a dream, one of many, because you're going to have more than one dream. Each thing in your life that you want to improve on or change starts with a dream, and this is one of them. Every other thing that you want to change, you can use this method to clarify or realize that particular dream. But if you don't clarify what you want, it'll be very hard to get it, let alone know whether or not you've already got it. Number 3 success in life is set goals. We all have heard about the importance of setting goals. Well, it's true. But how do you go about doing this? Let's start by defining what a goal is. A goal, in this case, is a set of guidelines of when and how you complete a task. So if your goal is to reach your dream, then you would decide what needs to happen and how quickly you can and want it to happen. So make a list of the things that need to get done to reach your dream. And then under each item, decide what needs to happen or change for that particular task to be accomplished. Finally, make a time frame for these items. Each item is a mini goal to accomplish the picture you've already painted. Number 4, find ways to stay motivated. Now, staying motivated, that can be a hard one. The first 3 steps that I talked about are easy compared to this one. I mean, anybody can do what I've already talked about, but it sets staying motivated sets apart the average person from the successful one. Is the ability that the particular person is consistently put forth an effort to accomplishing their goals. this is where motivation comes in. You need to learn the skill of keeping that fire going. Without this fuel inside of you, this fuel of desire and a clear resolve, you'll be dead in the water, maybe, who knows, in a week. So try to find what works for you and stick with it. And whenever you feel your drive starts to fade, or you start questioning why you're doing what you're doing, go back to what you wrote down, what your dream is, and read that, reread that. This will often rekindle the fire, and it'll get you back on track. And number 5, enjoy the process. It's just as important as the first 4 steps, but this one requires little effort, but it's often missed. And notice that I didn't say enjoy yourself when you reach your dream. You don't want to feel like you're slaving away for the mirage in the distance. The process should be rewarding on its own as you're seeking to get the most out of every day. All throughout your life, you'll be working on that next goal. So if you're only happy when you reach it, you'll never be happy, because there will always be another goal right around the corner. So success in life is not about reaching a final destination, but instead the process of constantly upgrading your life to a better version. While you are in the process of pursuing the life that you desire for yourself and your family, I hope you find yourself satisfied right now as well as in the future. So those 5 steps, I use those to help me become successful. I use those while I am working on my leafit iGrow business. I have to say that it's been a joy to be a part of iGrow. I have definitely done things to out of my comfort zone, and I've definitely grown. The tools and support is amazing. Never have I had so much success. Never have I spoken on a webinar. It's my first time. Never have I been on a company's leaderboard as in the top 100. So this is something that definitely that anybody can do, and I'm so glad that back in July 17th, I made a decision to join iGrow and be a part of iGrow and leafit. So that's all I have.
Well, Kathy, don't run off yet, because wow, that was amazing. Obviously, well planned out, and I can't honestly believe that was the first time you've ever done that. That was incredible. Seriously, we're excited to have you here, and it's for reasons like that. I mean, you have obviously committed, to make this a success. Success doesn't happen by mistake. And Kathy, I'd like you to send over those 5 steps to success. If you could forward those to my assistant Tammany after this, I would like to get those in the back office. And
sure.
I really feel that that's some of the things that people need to see, they need to hear. I do those things myself, and it has led to a great deal of success over my life. And I didn't learn them on a call. I learned them over time through different mentors. And you're so dialed on that. I mean, posting pictures is something that I do actually. I put them on my mirror. Okay, so what I do is if I have a goal, let's say I want a new car, or I want to get fit, or I want to do anything, I take a picture, or I find a picture, I print it out, and I put it on my mirror, so while I'm brushing my teeth and getting ready in the morning, this is the first thing I'm seeing as I'm starting my day, and I'm able to focus in on that. So I thought that was incredible. Setting goals, absolutely have to, guys, and I would encourage you to add a date to those goals. Put a due date to them. Make them a reality, and then go after it. Because if you have a date, and Kathy, I'm sure you do this, but if you've got a date on a goal, you're going after that. You're hard charging. I mean, not like I'll get to it tomorrow. You're planning tonight for tomorrow, and for the next day, and the next day, and the next day. So you've got this short term, which is tomorrow, and then you got your medium, and then you got your long term goals. But you need to put dates on them. Do you agree with that, Kathy? Add some dates to those goals.
Oh, definitely. Definitely, you have to have the dates there. So that way, you have that. You should have a time frame. I think I mentioned that. Have a time frame, and set that date. So, and that's what helps me, keeps me going and keeps me motivated because I
You
want
know,
to meet that date. Yeah.
absolutely. And you had also mentioned about staying motivated. And,
Hmm.
as we know in networking, and you were a product of it. I mean, you admitted on the call that, over the last 14 years, you've been inactive a lot of the time. And or was it 14 years? Is that what I heard?
Yeah, about 14 years. Yes.
Okay. All right. Want to make sure I didn't get that wrong. But yeah, you said a lot of the last 14 years you've been inactive. And I'll admit myself that, I got my first network marketing company I ever got involved with was Excel Telecommunications. And I was in the Air Force at the time. And my wife and I, we worked as much as we could around my career there. And but, after that, we went inactive for several years. I went off to become a successful businessman in the mortgage industry and investments and things. And then I found myself in about 2000 joining a company called Quickstar, which is a spinoff of Amway. And that's where I learned a lot of these things as well, was, through the mentors that I met through there. They have amazing, educational program through there. But, one of the things that is, as Kathy said, is very difficult is staying motivated. So what I always encourage people to do, and we can dig deeper on this for just a moment, but I always encourage you guys, get 3 to 5 people. Get them right away. Get them tonight. Sort them out. Find your leaders. Grab 3 to 5 people and start working with them. Don't let them down. Be that leader for them. But at the same time, what's happening at that point is you're not alone. Okay? It's so easy to lose motivation and lose focus, as Kathy had said, if you are trying to do it on your own. But if you get a small team together, not a massive team that overwhelms you, and you go, "Oh my gosh, I can't do this with my job. I got to make a decision. I got to choose this or that," and you just feel overwhelmed. You don't even want to go home because you got to get back on the phone and talk to a million people. Just get 3 to 5 people,
Mm-hmm.
work with them, develop relationships, and then help them do the same thing and duplicate yourself. But at that point, you hold each other accountable, and it doesn't matter what I've done in whether it be in business, in building Bible studies. It doesn't matter what I've done. I've always implemented accountability programs, and it's absolutely it holds you onto your focus as well as helps the other individuals. So, Kathy, you brought such a great message here tonight. I could just keep going on the seeds that you planted here. I mean, you got me revved up. So, if you would please send that over though to my assistant Tammany, and like to in the next few days here work on getting that in the back office for people. I thought that was incredible.
I sure will. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you for coming. All right, let's go ahead and move on to our next speaker here. Our next speaker is a gal that has been extremely committed to the company. I see her different Facebook posts and things. We're friends on Facebook, and she's extremely active and loves the direction that we're heading here. And so I don't want to step on Elizabeth's toes. So let me just unmute her here. All right, Elizabeth, are you with me?
Yes, I am, Ron. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you so much for coming out and sharing your time with us this evening. I'd like to just go ahead and give you the floor. It sounds like we have a little bit of an echo, so I'm going to mute up, and I'm going to sit back and take some notes. If you want to go ahead and just give the folks some golden nuggets, kind of tell them what it is that you see here, and I know that you're extremely excited about the company, so I'm looking forward to what you have to say tonight.
Okay, thanks for having me here, Ron. Well, Ron, really, the deal that Kat just she had right on the dreams and everything, because it really is about dedication and focus and to come across, to go over the dream that you wanted to accomplish in your life. When I was 16 years old, I want to come to the United States, and I had the dream in my mind, and didn't let anything negative come to my mind to accomplish that dream. I did not say, oh, I can come to USA because I don't speak English, or I cannot even drive in a car. It doesn't matter. My goal was to cross the board, and because I want a better life for myself, for my family. So here I am, and accomplish many things while I'm here. But during this time, when you focus on your goals, try not to put anything that enable you to believe that you can do and be in anything that you want to accomplish, because this is your life, this is your dream, Because if you don't do for yourself and be prepared um, to fulfill in your life, nobody else will do it for you. So yes, I've been reading a lot of books like Born to be Rich, and I read the 5 Steps to this thing, Steps to the Cat Nation, and I always love to hear motivation, talking like you, Ron. You own all of them, and Michael, and I love to listen. The key is here is to plug in the webinar because that keeps me motivating. Um, if I'm now in a webinar, I make sure that I'm doing something or meeting somebody to show um, the new opportunity that I have to share. So anyhow, so I just want to say that when don't give yourself a reason to not think that you cannot do this, because otherwise you talking yourself out to be not successful in life. Because this is the when I was presented to leafit, I to the time was been a year so far, and I never. It was like I was a bullet. Just I started making David Jay when doing the presentation for me. I never let him finish. I started making my notes, and in less than a month, I already have about 70 people. So I never stopped because this was motivating me, and this was my first network marketing that I do that motivated me. That I saw when you see opportunity, when you see something, it's opportunity. The other is more like it didn't fit in me. I tried when I knew, when I pray about for something right to come to my life, and this one came to me. When I saw this opportunity, I didn't want to stop. So I just believe that what I do also, I do a visual board. And what I truly believe this now, that when you write it down your goals, you planting a seed that is powerful, and you start miracles start happening, things start happening in your life. You opening the doors for you. And I do my visual boards, and my visual board is huge. And I put this in front of me. I'm meditating every day, and I set my goals too. I say, what? I want to this week just work on my team, and 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 then try to work in a few of them. If one of them doesn't respond, go to the next one. It's not about to making a list in where you're going to do it first, and make sure to go back to them to do if they don't respond. But it's just making your goal, write it down what you want, because it is the key, planting the seed. I have always believed that do your best to plant now, because you will harvest later. That's what I believe. And you put your heart and mind, soul into even your smallest act is a key for success. Don't be afraid. Don't worry about if your other friends got somebody better. You can do it. You all have a talent, different talents to accomplish things in your life. I did. My English is not perfect, but I'm making a living. I talk to people every day. I go to the grocery store, and this boy was putting my groceries on my bag, and I asked if he had Facebook, and he said yes. So I have to share something with you, and I gave it to him a flyer. So I'll get back to you, maybe tomorrow or the next day. Just talk to people everywhere you go. And this is important, and I do pray a lot for my team, and I do pray out for you guys in the corporate, that always give you guys a big vision to make even better, to accomplish things better for you, for us, because you are a family. This is the way I'm looking at it. And I don't let anything, don't let any negative thoughts come in your mind, because you brought yourself to be success in your life. So basically this, Ron, I'm very, very happy. This is the best opportunity to have. I want to, by the way, I came to the United States with $20 in my pocket, and I'm going back with a lot of more. This is my vision is. And this is my goal, this is my dream, and I want everybody to be successful, because it is opportunity. Networking is the future. Don't Just talk to everybody once. Just do your pace. Rest, because rest is important, and then focus. Focus and you can go far.
Elizabeth, that was great. I really appreciate that. I got a lot of notes here that I want to cover and just kind of go back through. We do have a little bit of an echo, so I'm going to thank you for coming, and I'm going to go back and recap some of the things that I heard as you were speaking there. And I would love to have you back on another Inner Circle webinar. Thank you so much for coming.
You're welcome. Thank you, Ron.
Absolutely. There we go. We'll get rid of the echo there for a moment. So what I heard there, and I'm just going to quickly recap this. We have another webinar coming up in here in just about 20 minutes, and I want to give you guys the opportunity to be on that with some prospects. But when I recap some of the things I heard about what Elizabeth was saying, is plug into the system. We provide a system there for you guys, and it's extremely important that you do plug in. And that's one of the things that Elizabeth and Kathy do, is they plug into the different systems and tools that we give them to use. And so do that. Another thing I heard, dedication. Be absolutely dedicated to this business. If you guys start your business, give it the next 90 days at least and work it extremely hard, okay, and see where you're at the end of those 90 days. Because this isn't a fly-by-night business. This isn't, a company that's going to have a complete passive income stream. If that's what you're looking for, this is not the place, okay? This is a business that's real, long-term, generational. It's not difficult to build, but you do need to dedicate yourself to it a little bit, and you do need to put some effort out. This is a real business that'll be here for generations. Focus and visualize. I thought that was just genius. I mean, guys, if you have not sat back, I used to race professional motocross, and before I would start every single race, I would sit back on my motorcycle. I'd sit back and I put my helmet down on the bars, and I would just visualize for just a couple of minutes before they dropped the gate, and I would close my eyes and I would think about that win. I would want to win that race. How was I going to do that? I'd think about every corner. I'd think about every jump. I would think about the different passes I might have to make and the best place to do that. I would visualize it, and then I would open my eyes. I'd look up. They'd drop the gate. I'd hammer the throttle, and I would go and I would play out that game plan. Did it always work? Not every time, but I will tell you a lot of the time it did. But I had to visualize that, and that's the same thing that you need to do in your business. Is you need to, and if you haven't done this, just sit back, think about it, meditate for a little bit about where you want your business to go. How many people do you want to bring in your business? How do you want to treat those people? Exactly what steps do you want to make along the way? What do you want in 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, a year, 5 years? But visualize and stay focused on that goal. And then at the same time, another thing she talked about, and I got to say, Kathy and Elizabeth, you guys sound like you got together before this. Your messages just came together so nicely. The dream that Elizabeth talked about. Guys, you got to have a dream. You got to have a why. Otherwise, when you get home from work and you're tired and you got all these other little chores and things that you could do, you're going to make excuses for why you don't want to pick up the phone and make a few phone calls, or why you don't want to send out some emails, or why you don't want to watch a video tonight, or there's just so easy to make excuses. But if you have a dream and you have a why are you here? Why are you doing this? And then you use that as your focus and your motivator, and then you do what Kathy was talking about and set your goals and dates along with that. I mean, my goodness, you guys would be unstoppable with this business model. And then, but don't, again, as Elizabeth said, don't let anything stop you. Don't cast any doubt in your own way. All right? I thought that was perfect. Don't cast doubt in your own way. And I hear a lot of people, they talk negatively, okay? And they get down really easy, but they're constantly just pouring negative into their own life. Throw that out. Just for the next 90 days. Don't get sick. Don't get down. Stay upbeat. Keep moving just for the next 90 days and see what happens to your life. If you start talking positively and pouring positive thoughts and talk into your life, watch what happens. Put your goals on your bathroom mirror, and when you wake up in the morning, you look at that and go, that's right. I'm going after that today. The last thing you do before you go to bed at night is you make the game plan and the to-do list for tomorrow, and you play that through. Do this day in and day out. After 21 days, you create a habit. And I think these are probably the habits you would want. These are the habits, guys, of successful people. And then read motivational books. Take just a few moments every day, whether it's a half an hour, but sit down and just read a book and make sure it's something positive and motivational that is something you want to learn about, whether that's money management, time management, maybe it's you know, how to win friends and influence people, something like that, you know. But read something positive that pours into your life that you can then turn around and pour that positive into somebody else's life. And that's all about, you know, building relationships. And as Elizabeth said there at the end, she loves her team. She prays for her team. This is a woman who is dedicated to her business and to each and every person that gets involved with her. So I just want to say thank you to Kathy and Elizabeth for coming out, spending that time. I've got a page full of notes here that I hope you guys did too. I got a lot out of this tonight. I think it's great. I want to talk to you about something here. This is something that you have the opportunity to get involved with right now, is the IG3K Club. It's exclusive. We've just kicked it off. iGrow Network is brand new, guys. I mean, we are literally just barely out of the gate in the last 30 days here. We have 3,000 spots available in the club. Qualifiers, simply maintain your own iGrow Network associate status, so making your payment every month, and they get 3 personally referred iGrow Network monthly memberships. Get those 3 people I was talking about, 3 to 5 people. 3 people get you several generations deep. If you want to get 5 people and work with them, that'll open up all levels of compensation to you. So if you want to just go for it right from the beginning, go grab 5 people and work with them, then you'll also be qualified for the IG3K. If you ever fall out of qualification, you have 30 days to make the qualifications back up before we give your spot away to the next qualified associate in line. Now, what is so big about this club? Check this out. You get an equal share of all the VIP pool viral app. What does that mean? Viral installs pool. Okay, it's VIP. The viral installs, guys, is as the Leafit social network, which again we have the exclusive right to market. Okay, but as that becomes viral, becomes a household name, people are going to be going directly to the iTunes store without a sponsor just to join the social network like they would with Facebook or Twitter, Instagram, Google+, any of the others. When they do that, the iGrow Network and Leafit, they don't keep those individuals. We don't keep them. We give them back to you guys through the VIP pool. All right. Now there's an Enterprises television show that's coming out. Terry Bradshaw hosted it. We just got the final cut back, and we're waiting for the airing schedule. It's going to go 20 times nationally, actually 18 times regionally in different regions around the nation, and 2 times nationally, reaching literally tens of millions of homes, millions upon millions of potential new users. Where is that going to go? Into the VIP install pool if they go to the iTunes store directly. And if you're one of the first 3,000, you're going to get an equal portion of that. Why is that so important? Well, as they're posting content and it's generating e-commerce sales, you're getting all these free people coming into your organization from being part of the IG3K. They're dumping in there, and you're getting a percentage off of all of those e-commerce sales. Now, if you go to the compensation planning, you look at that, that's pretty significant. Let me spice it up a bit. How would you like to get double e-commerce commissions on all 9 generations? That's the last benefit right there to the IG3K for you guys. Double the commissions. More than anybody else, twice as much as anybody else in the entire company if they're not part of the IG3K. Major benefits. Think about that. You get just 10 people. I'd venture to say that everybody on this webinar tonight has at least 100, maybe 200-300 people in their current social networks. If you brought those over and then worked with them to each do the same thing, you could literally have hundreds of thousands of individuals that you would be overriding on e-commerce commissions. And guys, think about this. You probably have already built a social network. You just don't realize it because these other social networks don't tell you how many friends your friends have brought in, who have brought in friends, who have brought in friends. We're going to tell you that because we want you to override it. Okay? So we're going to share all that e-commerce commission with you. One way to do that, let us do all the telling and selling for you. You can join our 90-day webinar blitz. All right, here's some of our speakers from the Associate Advisory Board. We've got Elise Williams, we've got Glenn Whitman, Coach Kathy, Martin Regan, Mike Green, Will Cormany, and Justin Halliday. These are individuals who have stepped up and volunteered their time to be able to host these calls for you guys around the clock. We have multiple calls. And why do they want to do that? Because it'll create momentum for you guys, and you do this over the next 90 days and watch what happens to your organization. At the end of every single webinar, we tell people, get back in touch with your sponsor or get back in touch with the person who referred you here and get started right now. Oh, and by the way, we're going to have another webinar in the next 3 hours, the next 2 hours, in the next hour. Look at the different times. We got 5, 9, 12, 3, 5, 7, and 8 every single day, Monday through Friday. On Saturdays, we got 2, and we're adding more to it. Right now, we got 5 a.m. That's 1 o'clock UK, and we got 12 p.m. We're going to add some more to Saturday. Also going to add one more to Sunday. We got a 5 a.m. on Sunday if you want to get up nice and early there. If you don't want to do that, simply have them go to your replicated page, click on webinars, and go down. They can watch a webinar right now. It's a recorded system that we've put in place for you guys. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We've made ourselves available to you guys to make your business happen for you. Commit yourself to the next 90 days and going hard with this. If you're not already on board with us, get on board now. Let's go viral together. It's very simple to do. Decide to move forward. It's only $49 a month. If you get your 3 and help them get 3, yours is free. Your monthly is covered at that point. Okay? Get your sponsor's username. Go to the replicated page. Secure your position right now. This is a matrix-backed program, so it's very time sensitive that you get in before a bunch of other people do so they can go in underneath you. Okay, and then follow the step-by-step system as you heard Kathy and Elizabeth both talking about here tonight. And then get on the phone, invite folks over to that Blitz webinar. Again, let us do all the telling and selling for you while you build the relationships and have a good time. I'm going to assume the close at this point. I want to say welcome to the team, guys. And thank you so much for coming out and spending this time with us. Don't forget, we have a webinar starting immediately after this call in about 11 minutes from now. Thank you so much for your time. Have a great night.